Uh, uh, okay. Alright. That's fantastic.
Okay, now we're okay. There we go. There we go. Should you?
You're already having problems.
Okay, there we freaking go because it wasn't coming out of the player thing. All right. So it's been a long time coming. You guys didn't hear like what happened last minute, but yeah, we're back. We're actually live on Twitch, not doing a rant. I wanted to do like a rant, but it's like I couldn't really think of anything to talk about. So it's like me and Tessa are gonna like probably talk about random stuff for however long, maybe an hour, half an hour. Like, if you got any questions, it'll give us something to work with. But otherwise, it's a full in faith. I'm kind of just marketing that because it's like, well, Joker's the full, costume is the faith, so it's kind of like a sort of thing I've came up with whenever we have like something important to talk about. So that is what I've went with. Uh, um, but yeah, in general, I guess I'll talk about Texas. Like, um, it's been a couple weeks since I've moved. A little bit more than a couple weeks, I would say. And it's been fairly smooth. Like, from packing my stuff to getting my important things. I was actually kind of getting worried I wouldn't have all my equipment to do any content for a while. Um, I'm still kind of missing my webcam that I normally use if I want to do like live recordings, but honestly, I could just make do with the smartphone and my laptop if I need to do any, RL stuff. But um, as it turns out, maybe obvious to some, like honestly, Texas is not that Texas is not all that different from California. So I find that I'm adjusting quite well. The heat is not really getting to me. Well, I don't really go out anyway unless I'm needed to. I went to the mall a few days ago. When they say everything is big in Texas, they weren't kidding. Have not experienced barbecue yet, but it's definitely on my to-do list of things to do. If any of my audience is a Texas local, let me know what I should check out. Otherwise, well, basically what I have as far as like a rant. There's multitude of things I could probably rant about, but I really can't think of a single topic, so I figured, no, instead of that, we're just gonna just talk for a bit. So I'll go ahead and pass the mic to Tessa here, see if she has anything, and well, we'll take it from there.
My life hasn't really changed since the last time we did an update video. Besides my back issue. Um,
Yeah, and this full and face is not gonna it's live, so I'm not gonna edit this at all. But come the next week or so, I'll start getting into that. But well, I'm still adjusting. I still have things to unpack. I still have things to unload. So, um, it's a whole process. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for that.
I'm looking forward to the Pokemon DLC though.
Oh yeah, we saw the Pokemon Direct last
And
night.
the new games that are coming out this year.
Yeah, there's only like one thing, really one thing I'm looking forward to because this year of games I wanted to get Tales and Symphonia um, port, but honestly, I'm gonna wait for a sale for that game. I'm not gonna get it right now. $40 is a bit too much for like a PS2 GameCube port. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna waste the money. I know there are some hardcore Tales fans that might disagree, but no, I can't. I thought about it, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I thought about it, but I'm like, no.
Well, you can just borrow my PS3 version of it, which has Tales of Symphonia and Dawn of the New World on it,
Yeah,
if
I can.
necessary.
I'm not just like Tales and Symphonia is probably a very great game for a lot of people, and I understand it. But it's like from the reviews I saw from a couple YouTubers I saw follow, they really didn't change much of anything, and it hasn't aged well at all from what I've seen.
That's a bummer. It was a good game.
Like
The
it's a
PS3.
great story. Gameplay wise, however, your mileage might vary. It hasn't aged well. Even some hardcore Tales fans might agree with that, but it certainly hasn't aged well. Um, but it is a game I'll probably get on the bucket list. I'm current as far as games I'm currently playing. I'm currently playing through the new Fire Emblem Engaged. I'm slowly getting through that. I am gonna get back into getting streaming portable. It'll be random whenever I decide to do that this week. Whenever it does happen, just stay tuned. I'm gonna. I've I've signed up for this website that lets you keep track of a backlog, so I might link that in my YouTube community posts in case anyone wants to know what I have to backlog. It is quite a few games, but some of which I'm never gonna get back to anytime soon. Like Elden Ring, I'm not gonna get back into because it's just too stressful of a game. Like I applaud anyone that's into the Souls games or able to just get through the grind. I that's not it's just not for me. I don't want to work that. I mean, even though I know an exploit you can take advantage to level up your character, but it's like nah. I'm sorry. No.
Mm. Um, I have too much in my backlog, but I'm still gonna be getting new games. uh, as soon as we get the Kirby and the new Bayonetta game, I'll probably tell you about that.
Yeah, maybe something we can talk to our audience about, if anything. But there's not really that much I'm really gonna get. I'm gonna get the Etron Odyssey collection on Steam. That's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna be streaming in the future. Um, mm, if I build up my Switch collection, let's just say if I have at least 20 games, I might make a update video actually showcasing that. But the next time I hit up a GameStop, I'll try to get. I'll probably what I'll do is anytime I get a few games or something, I'll make probably an upload. But like, hey, I got this and this. So from a GameStop or something.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's right. You're gonna focus on growing your Switch collection this year.
Yeah, little by little.
Yeah. Um, what is there? Um, um, I don't really know what to say. There's not a lot that I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah,
It's sort of like
you
last
were
year. I had
briefly
to
you were
pick and
briefly
choose.
mentioning Pokemon. That's also part of the backlog too. Uh, And the way I'm justifying it, I'm gonna focus on the games that I can get through in a reasonable amount of time before I get back into my other backlog of games that take a little bit more time. Um, because I'm specifically choosing portable as the game that I stream for now, and then everything else is gonna be like, because the games I'm gonna be getting for Switch, I won't be able to stream at all unless I get another capture card, which I found a cost-effective one. It's just a matter of me getting my lazy ass and buying it. But some capture cards are really expensive, so that in itself has to wait. But I'm just gonna also say that I actually like my new setup. It's a lot more roomier. I have the most leg room like ever compared to my previous two, well, houses I used to live in the past. This being the third one, technically. Ha, three houses, haha. But yeah, the third house that I've been to, um, in a new state too. um,
Um,
yeah. I mean, there like for anyone that might be lurking, there were definitely some things we probably wanted to rant about, but the things that we probably wanted to rant about, we've already dealt with already off recording, off stream. So this is more or less gonna be like, oh, how you doing? Like, how's it going? Sort of video. Been a while since I've really streamed or uploaded anything.
yeah.
I don't really push this very often, but if you guys feel inclined, if you guys can afford to, feel free to give anyone a sub, help support my Twitch channel. You want to support me directly, there's a donation box in the about description below. But of course, you're not obligated to. It's there if you guys want to help support me. Um,
Hmm.
mm,
What are you looking more forward to this year besides gaming? Like, just in
well,
general.
if the stars align, definitely meeting you in person. That's definitely like one thing. Aside from that,
Yeah.
whatever tech has to offer, because it's like I've never moved to a new state before, so that's completely new to me. I think you, Tessa, have a little bit more experience on that than I do, but I definitely like I've only moved twice. Once from Orange County to Huntington, and once again from California to Texas. So like I don't know. How would you have you ever moved to another state from a state to a state before? I guess if I could just ask in general.
Um, actually, technically not.
Okay.
I haven't moved state to state. I visited other states for like a couple months, but mm, I haven't moved out of state
Mhm.
that I can remember. Um,
Yeah.
I just know getting used to time difference when you're vacationing there sucks.
Yeah. It's definitely a thing if you have adjusted from one time zone for very long to another. Now try doing that when you're moving, when you're literally trying to adjust. with just living there. Like I'm still a couple weeks in. Like it's like I know I'm aware it's central time here, but my body has not adjusted to that quite well yet. And that in itself, I believe, takes time.
Uh, takes me about a month to get used to the different time zones. So
Hmm.
it's not gonna automatically happen unless if you're like trained for it ahead of time,
Oh yeah,
which is hard when you have work and friends to hang out with and
yeah. Especially if you make travel like your business, that
stuff like that.
you definitely have to adjust if you're traveling for a living.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing I want us to do when we're really together. Like traveling in general sounds like fun. Expensive, yes, but we can make it cheap if you know how to. Like it definitely sounds like fun.
It does, but I'm I would like to use a camper or a moving home vehicle for that, because that gets
Yeah.
expensive
Oh
fast.
yeah. Well, one of the things that my dad's probably gonna push me to is to get reacquainted with driving. So once I pick up driving, then I'll be able to do more. Like well, let me just say this: I hate driving. I hated driving in California. Mostly because give or take the first time I could acknowledge it was my fault. The first accident, I'm not getting into that one. Second time, I first should have just waited a bit before I changed the lanes. But like, especially if you go to like downtown LA, I hated the traffic. Traffic was such a bitch living there. Does not help that if you go through those urban cities, you may have to pay for parking. Like it's quite wild. So far in Houston,
Yeah.
I think it's like the only thing they do charge you, depending on where you go, is just the roads, toll roads. But they will not. So far from the malls and stuff I've been to, they don't really charge you for parking. You go to LA, prepare to pay some fee to for a good spot.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Is California like literally you have to pay for parking, which I like why?
Hmm.
Um
Oh yeah, I should mention I'm also live on Twitch, by the way.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
There's no I have notifications up, but I've just been lazy
yeah,
today.
it's all good.
Oh wait, is uh fuck my internet, my sound might still be on my computer.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess did you want to plug your fiber gigs real quick, or just talk about that a little
Uh,
bit? What you're gonna try to
I
consider doing?
did. I'm gonna. I'm going to have to set up one more gig before, but I did set up my Fiverr account while you were
Yeah.
moving.
Once she gets that fully situated and confident in that, I will promote her Fiverr. So I have not opened mine in a while. Mine is currently kind of offline right now because I haven't had the time. But um, I suppose I
Yeah,
can open up my one of mine right now. If you guys want a Discord server being made, whatever it is, I'm willing to provide a service for that. Tessa here will eventually advertise her own service, but just feel free.
basically,
Yeah, good.
yeah, basically what I have is making thumbnails, making PNG backgrounds, like actual like backgrounds for your phone and stuff like that. There there's quite a lot that I can do on Fiverr.
Yeah,
So as
and
soon as I get my roommate's
basically,
portion set up
basically,
for games,
Akechi is gonna help his sister on one gig, which is like
uh,
basically what they were talking about is possibly making like specialized games, like advice or something for whatever they needs.
basically like breeding Pokemon, helping out with the compendium for Persona, uh,
Yeah,
just like just general game help,
yeah,
um, Persona builds, all that stuff, and he'll even put the research in too.
yeah. Like they're very good on that. I'm I can possibly get through most of that myself if I really dedicate the time to research. But I know people are on a time constraint, so it's like if you're in a time constraint and if you want their help on helping you making the Pokemon or Persona slash SMT demons, the best optimal build, her roommate's like the man, the MPB on that stuff. So it's like he
Yeah,
can basically help you narrow down. You've seen my Persona 5 Royal streams. You saw the process of that. It is quite a bit to get through. Honestly, once you see through a sequence thing, it's honestly really easy. Um, but it's like
yeah.
so it's like if you want a fast track guide, talk to Tessa or her roommate. They might be able to help you out. Um, and they even have a Discord server that does exactly that, but it's in the making. So we only invite close friends to that server. But oh yeah,
I
yeah, good.
I am setting up another Discord server for my Fiverr. I am, like I told you in the past.
Mm.
I need to convert all of those like ones that I don't use anymore.
Or you can just make a channel for your Atlas one. I mean, you yeah, you'll have specific things for whatever, but it's like in the end of the day, you can tailor to however you want. But regardless, if you want to help support us, well, eventually once Tesla here is more confident and setting up her gigs, I'll start promoting. Well, two of them are already set up, but I'll start promoting them as soon as she feels like she's ready. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
I'll as soon as I'm ready, I'll post it on Twitter and I'll
Yeah.
even put it as my website link
And if you
on
wanna
Twitter if
and if you wanna follow
you
Tessa
let
on
me.
Twitter, I'll go ahead and link that in the chat.
Yeah.
She also does role plays. It's all there.
I mostly role plays, but I do talk about some stuff that's on my mind and
Yeah,
all stuff. It's just a rando account until my role play start to pick up again.
yeah.
I realize that.
Feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. Um, Elon is taking care of the bots, so it's like amount of followers I had has definitely reduced quite a bit. So feel free to hit your boy up if you're not a bot. We definitely don't need more fake accounts this time around.
Yeah. Uh, um. Also, we're working on a super secret project.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 Babe. Yeah. Right. That.
That thing.
That thing I've been alluding to, but when it comes time to announcing that, I need a voice actress. Well, we're probably gonna hit up Blue Kirby for that part because she's been so good and being the voice of Kasumi from that one video, from that one trailer promotion. But, I'm open for if anyone that's a voice actor or, that wants to lend me their voice for a project, hit me up on, Twitter or something and we'll discuss. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna need maybe some voice actress for some parts. There are other view ideas I want to do, but all in good time.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I guess to get the ball going, do you want to just ask me random questions? This is just, I guess, we might end
Mm,
this pretty soon or whatever. But it's like,
I uh, I am very bad for on the spot stuff. I realize that too.
yeah,
I realize
Eh,
that. I am sorry, but
it's all good.
not like I'm not juggling three things at once. Um, so at least you're having fun in Texas, even though you want to see more of it.
Yeah, all within good time because my parents are still taking care of the, well, I would say the internal things that need to when you're moving, as well as insurances here and there. It's very much gonna take some time.
You're still in the process of moving though too, so
Yep.
um I am very looking forward to Odyssey coming out,
Yeah.
and so is Crewmate.
Mhm.
So those are the games my roommate and me wanted to play, but we could never pick it up because we could never find them.
Oh, huh. Yeah.
Like
I've heard good things about the Odyssey games. I've never actually tried, so it's gonna be my first time. But I do know if you play Persona Q series, you'll have a good idea of how to play these games. That's the only thing I know so far.
I played Persona Q2 like 4 times, completed all 4 times too, fully 100% of it.
Nice.
It was a pain in my butt, but I did it.
Yeah, I'm going through that many New Game Pluses. You're probably finding some missable stuff, right? Was that why you went through it four
Um,
times?
well, My first file, I played through the game twice, and I realized I messed up, so I went basically did another save file, and I played through it again twice, which is 100% completing it 4 times, even though it's because of Anne and Yukiko has an exclusive move for healing
Mm-hmm.
that I accidentally got rid of on my first walkthrough.
Oof. Yeah, I hate it when there's no like. That's the thing about Atlas games. There's either an inheritance thing or there's not. And I noticed with Portable, not sure if they updated this or not. There's no inherit skill. You have to use like skill cards to sort of transfer some shit. And pain in the ass if they don't give any leeway for that sort of stuff. Um,
Doesn't help if you mess up on those healing moves. The only other option for a healer would be the DLC persona. A DLC persona, which you have to pay for. And since the 3DS shop is closing here soon, I would suggest anyone who has anything to buy on the DS better hurry up and buy it right now.
yeah, get on that. I'm kind of not gonna bother because I'm good.
I'm not gonna bother either. I already got everything I want on there.
Yeah.
I believe the last thing I bought on there was all the Persona Q2 stuff that I wanted to buy.
Yeah. I think honestly, Persona Q2 was the last game I got for the 3DS. I might now, depending on Atlas, depending on them, I may or may not try to go on my way to buy the first Q series.
I might
But
get the Q2's the first game, but
yeah,
I heard that comes with problems though. But
yeah. But I also heard that because of how, depending on how well Etron Odyssey Collection is doing, they might consider porting those. It's like kind of like a given at this point that they
yeah,
may do
I'm
that.
really hoping they do port Q2 and Q over to the Switch. And I'm really hoping for a GameCube emulator on the Switch one day.
Well,
There's a lot of
give
hope,
or
but
take, if they're
I
putting
don't
the
see that
GBA
happening.
one, they're probably gonna put a GameCube one. They no doubt maybe put a DS one. They may no doubt put a 3DS one. So it's like, uh, we. I'm just gonna say this now that we're on the topic. I have to say this, even as a Sony fan. I'm sorry, but the retro game selection in the PlayStation Premium. I even showed you last night, and it's like, it kind of sucks. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fucking game I want to get. Um,
There's
there are probably a few things that are worth my time, but I'm like, compared to what Nintendo has to offer, yeah, no, thank you.
there's some that I recognize from the PlayStation Classic store, which are good ones, but like that's only a handful. That's not that's not a lot.
I'm just waiting for something that really enticed me. That's my point. And so far, PlayStation has not given me that something that enticed me yet.
That's kind of why I stopped buying it around the PlayStation 3 era.
Yeah,
Even though Persona 5 Royal did come on the PS4, nothing else about the PS4 enticed me because I have Steam.
yeah. Hell, I'm just gonna say this because I sold my Xbox to Wesley. like Xbox 360 to be precise, and some Xbox games. Um, Basically, Steam has replaced the Xbox for me. Like literally, Steam is gonna basically replace that totally for me because anything I can get is if I can get it on Steam, besides PlayStation or Switch, then that Steam's got me covered. I don't need Xbox anymore. And who knows? Depending on how much I can save up, I may get a Steam Deck in the future, in the far future, though. But that, like I said, that became my Xbox replacement. So sorry, Microsoft fans. I'm not that loyal to you. You kind of became really obsolete. I'm sorry. I can't.
Do you know my thoughts about Xbox fans?
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say it on stream. It's
Yeah,
nothing bad.
I'm just gonna say if you wanna watch her true reaction on that, watch one of my previous videos. It's somewhere on my YouTube channel. We said a little bit of that in the past, but just watch that video.
Yeah. Um. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they get a little too mad too quickly if
Yeah,
you did anything wrong towards them. And when you are modding a group, it's not that you have to think about more than just that one single person.
absolutely. So,
Um,
uh, but yeah, that's about really it, I think. Yeah, I thought about either recording this or making a live stream. Well, just count it as laziness for not wanting to record and do a little bit of editing. And plus, if I live stream, I'm basically gonna make this long, like either around 20 minutes, a little bit longer than that. We're almost at 40 minutes with this, with just talking about stuff in general. I'm gonna end the 40-minute mark just so it hits that even number. Um,
yeah.
but uh,
Um,
oh yeah, I think I should mention this before I forget. At some point, not sure when. I am gonna consider making a Patreon, which in and itself is probably gonna help me financially on any content. So it's like also anything I'll decide to put on a tier list. So whenever I'm ready to do that, I will do that. No exact plans on when I'm gonna do that, but expect that at some point. Um, I don't know. I guess final thoughts on whatever you want to say on all these discussions so far, Kessa.
well, no, I think we covered everything
All right.
that
So
we wanted to talk about.
yeah. So yeah. Basically, hope you guys are enjoying this. I know there are gonna be quite a bit of you that are watching this on YouTube. I fully expect and don't I don't see you, the one or two dislikes. Yeah, I appreciate you too. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, take care.
Yeah, we appreciate because you're taking your time doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking your time to press the button. Like, I would say maybe find something more productive to do with yourselves instead of doing that. But that's just me. But anyways, take care. be gone to your demons, and until the next either live stream, video, reactions, whatever it is, take care. No intro, outro, it's just a live stream. See you guys next time. You want to say goodbye, Tessa?
Bye.
Alright, take care.